Hello everyone and welcome back. Weather changes call for a lot of adjustments, including a complete wardrobe shift. The kids' wardrobe switch was already done and today I decided to do mine and Karthik's. Wardrobe switching is quite a task. So, I set aside all my other chores and started my day with just one goal: to finish it first thing in the morning. Sorting garments for dry cleaning, packing away the woolens to make space for summer clothes, and decluttering the summer closet all go hand in hand. This time I decided to let go of many of my clothes, so the sorting took a bit longer. Once that was done, I started arranging everything into these foldable baskets I bought last season, and I must say I'm quite impressed with them. They are deep and spacious enough to accommodate a lot of clothes in this file style pattern. And arranging garments in a file style method really saves space. The only downside is that they could have been made with thicker material for better durability. But for now, they are solving my purpose perfectly. Separate baskets help in organizing garments into categories really well. And since this almirah doesn't have drawers, baskets are the best alternative. For ethnic and party wear, we have a separate almirah. This one is primarily for daily wear. It gives better visibility of the garments and keeps the wardrobe looking less cluttered. Another great buy for an almirah is this modular drawers, as they also hold a lot of stuff efficiently. It took me near about 2 hours, but finally this task was off my checklist. I was proud to tackle the most demanding task of the day first thing in the morning, and that gave me enough motivation to make the rest of my day even more productive. So, I decided to do some meal prep. I had already prepared my weekly batch of dosa batter and left it outside for fermenting, so now it's ready to go into the fridge. I let my batter ferment until it doubles in size, as this really helps in making super soft idlis. Next, I'll start with making nut powder. A lot of you ask me the use of this nut powder mix, so I basically use it in kids' smoothies, oatmeal, sweet sandwiches, pancakes, cakes and puddings. So keeping a batch handy makes things much easier. I begin by toasting the nuts in oven for 10 minutes at 150 degrees. While the nuts are toasting, I'll roast some cumin seeds on the stove top to make roasted cumin powder. With summer peaking, Cumin powder is a must-have in my kitchen. Chach, various raitas and a few sabzis just aren't complete without it. And since it only takes about 10 minutes to make it, so why not? The nuts are done, so I'll set them aside to cool. Meanwhile, I'll finish grinding the cumin seeds. You can do it in a mixer jar too, but I like it a bit coarse, so I prefer using a mortar and pestle. There is just something special about the aroma of freshly ground spices. I'll store it in this mini spice bottle, and my monthly batch of roasted cumin powder is ready. The nuts have cooled down now, so I'll grind them in the mixer using pulse mode. Nut powder is a great way to sneak healthy fats into our child's diet, especially if your kid doesn't enjoy eating whole nuts. I have just used 2 types today, but you can use any mix of nuts and seeds you like. Just store them in the fridge and it will last you for weeks. Lastly, I'll make amla tapore before starting the lunch. I had pre-boiled some amla and now I'll quickly saute them with seeds and spices to use as side dish with any of our meals. Amla is packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, and this tapore helps me include it in my diet almost daily. It's quick to make and super delicious. First, I'll collect all the seeds mentioned on screen. Then, in a kadai, I'll heat 1 teaspoon of mustard oil and add seeds and saute for about 10 seconds. Then, I'll add the boiled amla and mix everything well. Next, I add the dry spices: turmeric, hing, red chili powder, coriander powder and salt, and mix them all together. I'll also add a bit of jaggery to balance the flavors, and the amla tapore is ready. I'll also link the video with detailed recipe in the description box for you to check. Now it's time to cook lunch before the kids get back from school. For lunch, I wanted to make something simple, quick, yet satisfying. I had some sprouts lying in the fridge, So I decided to make Mughlai moong dal with aromatic beetroot rice. This is a flavorful yet easy combination, perfect for a nourishing weekday meal. To start, I pressure cooked the sprouts with the whole spices to infuse them with deep warm flavors. In the small strainer or spice pouch, I added 1 black cardamom, a cinnamon stick, a few black peppercorns, 1 green cardamom and 2 cloves. I placed this along with the sprouts in the cooker, added 1 bay leaf, 1 cup of water, a bit of salt and pressure cooked it for just 1 whistle on medium-high heat. Next, I prepped the Mughlai style gravy. I finely chopped 1 onion and added garlic and 1-inch piece of ginger. I ground everything together using a chopper, but you can also use a mixer, as this forms the base of the gravy. To give it a Mughlai touch, I added about half a cup of curd. To prevent the curd from curdling later during cooking, I whisked it with some coriander powder and kept it aside. Now in a kadai, I heated 1 tablespoon of oil and added cumin seeds, crushed ajwain, hing and the chopped onion garlic ginger mixture. I sauteed everything until the onions turned golden brown. Then I added the basic dry spices, which is turmeric, coriander powder and red chili powder, gave it a good mix. And splashed a little water to prevent burning. After 30 seconds, I added the whisk curd mixture, stirring continuously on low heat. Once the curd started to boil and the oil separated from the sides, I let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Sprouts were boiled, so I added them into the Mughlai gravy, stirred well and adjusted the consistency as per my preference. Letting it simmer for a few minutes really helps the flavors to come together beautifully. To make it creamier, I stirred in 1 to 2 teaspoons of fresh cream. Finally, I added chopped coriander and some crushed kasuri methi, and the most flavorful Mughlai dal was ready. Next, I made the quick cucumber salad, which is perfect for summers. I sliced the cucumbers and prepared a refreshing dressing using curd, black pepper, salt, roasted cumin powder, a dash of honey, some chili flakes, and finely chopped coriander and mint leaves. I mixed everything well, tossed in the cucumbers, and coated them thoroughly with the dressing. The salad was done in no time and tasted absolutely refreshing. Lastly, I moved on to making my aromatic beetroot rice. And for that, I grated some beetroot. To make the rice aromatic, I heated some ghee and sauteed the beetroot for a few minutes. The combination of ghee and beetroot creates such a rich and earthy aroma. After 2 to 3 minutes, I added the pre-boiled rice along with the sprinkle of roasted cumin powder for that perfect jeera rice twist. For extra freshness, I squeezed in some lemon juice and added chopped mint leaves. I also added a dash of lemon juice to the dal to enhance the overall flavor. And with that, our wholesome, vibrant lunch was ready. Creamy Mughlai moong dal, earthy and aromatic beetroot rice, and a cooling cucumber salad. Simple yet full of flavors, just how I like it. Lately, I have made a small but meaningful change to my routine. I now have lunch before the kids come back home. I realized that delaying my lunch was making me excessively hungry, which in turn was causing bloating and discomfort. Eating earlier not only helps in my digestion but also allows me to stay calm and present when the kids return with full of stories and energy. So here is my simple yet oh so delicious lunch plate that comes together in no time. These days, I'm focusing a lot on making small lifestyle changes to help me feel good and energetic throughout the day. One change that really worked for me is eating a controlled portion at every meal. My body is now accustomed to eating just the right amount, not too little, not too much, and that's been a game changer. It keeps my gut happy and healthy, and I have even started noticing the benefits on my skin. It's honestly amazing how small habits like eating at the right time and in the right quantity can have such a big impact on how our body feels and function, and even on our mood. Have you also made any small changes in the routine lately that have made a big difference? Do let me know in the comments, as I would love to hear about it. After lunch, I sat down to work on some video editing. Rutvi has picked stitching and embroidery as her indoor extracurricular activity at school, and she wanted to learn some stitching basics. First thing is, इसको काटना नहीं है पहले, थ्रेड को रहने दो. ये लो, इसको you have to sharpen the corner. I was so happy to see her showing interest in these small yet therapeutic hobbies. When I was young, I used to watch my mom do beautiful stitching and crochet work. I always wanted to learn, but back then, hobbies like these were often seen more as a homemaking skills rather than a creative outlets. Unfortunately, that meant I never really got the chance to explore them. But time have changed. Today, every hobby, no matter how simple, has its own space and value. With true interest and dedication, even a small hobby can grow into a fulfilling passion or even a full-blown career. Watching Rutvi take interest in something I once admired makes my heart feel full. I don't know how long her curiosity will last, but as long as she's enjoying it, I'll be there to guide and support her every step of the way.
दीदी ये देखो.
The kids went down for a little nap, and I decided to surprise them with a sweet treat. I made caramel fruit custard, a simple, wholesome dessert packed with flavor and nutrition. To begin with, I had already soaked some almonds, sabja seeds and dates for about 2 hours. Next, in a pan, I added a little ghee and toasted some makhanas until they turned crisp. While those are roasting, I prepared the custard slurry by mixing 1 tablespoon of custard powder with half a cup of milk, whisking it well to avoid any lumps.
Always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Once the makhanas were nicely toasted, I set them aside and boiled half a liter of milk in the same pan.
Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees get undressed when it's cold?
While the milk was boiling, I blended the soaked dates, almonds and a few roasted makhanas with a little water into a smooth puree.
Shine like gold until winter comes. Until winter comes. Until winter comes. It really makes me wonder.
As the milk came to a boil, I added the custard slurry and cooked it until it thickened.
It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder.
Then I stirred the date almond puree, which gave the custard a rich caramel color and naturally sweet flavor.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far
To enhance the sweetness and deepen the caramel taste, I added a bit of jaggery and let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes until it reached a nice creamy consistency.
I wonder.
I placed the custard in the fridge to cool and moved on to chopping fruits.
How come the sky
Summer brings such a beautiful variety of flavors, so I chopped up a colorful mix of fruits.
hides? Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Now comes the best part, assembling the custard.
Makes me wonder.
I began with a layer of soaked sabja seeds,
Wonder.
followed by the chopped fruits,
Gets undressed when it's cold. And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be
some nuts,
make the ground shine like
the toasted makhanas,
until winter comes? Until
a few ice cubes to keep everything chilled, and finally the creamy caramel custard.
makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me
I mix everything together, and just like that, a healthy and delicious sweet treat was ready.
ooh, I wonder.
Evening time is a snack and milk time for kids, and this custard ticks all the boxes. It's quick to make, healthy, and packed with goodness.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Kids enjoyed their treat, and I hope you also enjoyed watching this vlog and found it helpful.
I just wonder.
If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments below, as I would love to connect with you.
Yeah, I wonder.
Also, join me on Instagram for behind the scene moments and mini vlogs, and I'll see you in the next vlog very soon.